Hi, good morning and welcome. This is Wayne of Phoenix Royals. Welcome to my channel. This is obviously my first recording for my YouTube channel. Um, Disclaimer here, I'm no expert. I've been dabbling with Royal Pythons now for 3 or 4 years. Prior to that, I had a bit of a break from reptiles, but I've probably been in reptiles since the late 90s, early noughties otherwise. And I started off with leopard geckos, corn snakes, Brazilian rainbow boas, Colombian rainbow boas, sand boas, a couple of very normal royal pythons, um, and a few other things like that, some Rhacodactylus, some crested geckos. So I had quite a collection at one stage, but got out of the hobby for a while because I thought I was actually going to be emigrating, so I kind of sold all my collection. But now I'm well back into the hobby, and I've said that I'm going to stick to just one type of snake, and that is royal pythons. That's my chosen focus for my hobby going forward. And so yeah, this channel is going to be just me ranting and talking about the hobby, giving my view on things, and really sharing my collection mainly. I don't have a lot to say. I don't like to criticise other people for doing what they do. I think it's great that we can all have different views on the hobby. And there are lots of different opinions out there. I think no one has all the answers, but there are some exciting projects going on out there, and certainly, I've got a number of projects that aren't ever going to be kind of world number ones or anything like that, or great fantastic projects for that, but hopefully producing quality animals that I like and that I think are quite beautiful. And that's my main aim with the hobby, is to produce good quality animals that go on to be healthy and happy, and that everyone enjoys them, and everyone, people who want to buy them, and they get a lot of pleasure from them. So that's my number one aim, and if I can achieve that, then I'm a happy boy. So yes, I had my first actual clutch last year. From my first breeding season, I only had one clutch last year. I didn't want to. I had a couple of other females that could have gone, but as my first year of getting back into breeding, I thought, let's just go slow and start off with just the one clutch. So that's what I did last year. Whereas this year, I've got potentially 9 females going this year, and whether they all go through to laying or not, I don't know, but certainly got about 6 or 7 that are looking very promising at the moment. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it so far. I've got a couple of babies left to sell from my clutch last year, but actually I think only one left now, um, which is a phantom firefly little girl, which I'll get out in a second. I think she's really beautiful. Not really bothered if she doesn't sell, to be honest. I'm sure I'll find some reason to keep her if she doesn't. It's nice to keep things back from your first clutch, but actually, I've been down this road before, and it can get dangerous if you try and keep everything back, because then your hobby can turn into a chore if you're not careful, and that's the last thing I want. Is, I want this hobby to be manageable. It's very easy to get sucked into wanting every morph under the sun, and there are still a lot more morphs I do want, but I think really we've got to be careful and be sensible about the number you've got. And if it's only me doing this, then I've got to make sure it's manageable for me, given my day job and my other hobbies and my family. So it's got to be a fair balance. Anyway, that's enough waffle. I'll just get this little girl. So as I said, she's a phantom firefly girl, and hopefully you can see her there. I don't know if it's doing it justice or not, but she's a lovely little girl. She's eating really well. She ate just 2 or 3 nights ago, but she's still got evidence of the food in there a little bit, so I won't hold her for too long. But she's lovely, and so she's doing well. Born in July last year, and now starting to really progress nicely. So very handleable, and very lovely markings on the back of her head as well. Not the head stamp itself, but as the head joins the neck. I don't know if I can get that there. That's quite a nice little sort of marking with that sort of very bold dot there. So yeah, little Phantom Firefly produced from my Super Phantom Boy Felix and my Lesser Firefly female Chili. Quite a nice pairing. Last year that I did 6 eggs originally. One that went bad and I didn't save in time, and that's because I used the athlete's foot powder technique to try and remove some mould from that egg. It's one that I'd had to split out from the other eggs, so it got a bit too moist, I think, and as a result, and I only used the athlete's foot powder once, so that was my mistake, my bad memory, and going forward I know to repeatedly apply the athlete's foot powder every sort of few days for a while to watch it and make sure that it's not getting worse. So that's a learning point for this year, certainly, and hopefully get some more good eggs from her this year. So this year she's gone to my leopard pastel fire het clown boy called Emoji, who I got from Paul Milner at Urban Constrictors. Brilliant boy. He's bred with 2 or 3 females this season, so hopefully looking forward to some clowns from him and one of the other pairings, but obviously from breeding Chili, they're both effectively a firefly. She's a lesser firefly and he's a leopard firefly, so any luck there might be some lesser leopard firefly poss het clowns from that to come, which would be awesome. But yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. So yeah, there you go. I won't waffle on for too long. I'm going to try and keep these things short. It is only a first video, and I thought I'll keep it short to start off with. But let me know what you think, what you'd like to hear from me. If you'd like to hear anything, drop me a comment down below and all that jazz. I don't really, it's the whole comment, like, subscribe and all that nonsense. But yeah, let me know what you'd like to hear, and I shall do my best to try and provide that. Cheers, bye.